There we go. Great. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Wake Up and Makeup Show. I'm host Katt Panic, and it's going to be a lovely Sunday. I see that the weather is really working out for us this week, and I have a co-host today from the Bent 8 Car Show.
Hi.
Bent 8. I don't know what do you guys call yourselves? The Bent 8
Just the Bent 8 Car Club.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Car Club. Yeah. Great. So, okay, can you tell us what exactly the Bent 8 Car Club is? Because not a lot of people have heard about you guys.
Yeah, so we're relatively new around town. This is kind of our second year as a group. We're just a handful of guys that are into cars, and our club is predominantly cars that are older than 1965.
Oh, so there's a certain age limit to the car.
We have a little bit of a threshold, yeah, as well as we're not into like shiny billeted wheels or anything like that. So we like steel wheels, you know, the Moon Eye hubcaps, that sort of thing. So yeah. that's kind of the demographic we go towards. So
wicked. No, yeah. That's awesome. And what's your name?
I'm Eric.
Okay, and are you the leader of the pack?
I guess I am the vice president.
You are the vice president. Yes. Okay, perfect. So what does the vice president of a car club entail for you?
Just keeping the president from going crazy.
Oh, so you take some of the weight off the shoulders.
Whatever's falling off his desk in terms of things to do. I mean, obviously with our car show coming up next week, it's getting to the point of panic, but I think we're just about there. So.
Oh, well, it's so close. It's already like what, next weekend?
Yeah.
This weekend coming up. A week from yesterday.
A week from yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, can you tell me how you guys kind of got together and decided you were going to start this car club with it's a small demographic, really. Mm-hmm. If you're doing cars pre-1965, you're only taking a certain amount of cars.
Yeah. So the car show itself is open to pretty much everybody, just because it is such a our club limits are, it's not a big community in Lethbridge, so we don't want to be too cliquey and narrow anybody out from our show. But it actually stemmed from a bunch of the other guys being part of a different car club.
Okay.
And it was a big North American club, so there was a lot of rules and things that were kind of just taken away from the enjoyment of being a couple of guys who want to hang out and stare at cars and talk about cars, and so they decided to start their own, and that's when I showed up because I was going to join the club they were in, and right around that time they decided to do their own thing. So
no, that's awesome. Yeah. So, okay, you guys, how did you guys all meet? Were you just friends before the car club, or?
So yeah, some of the guys were friends. I got introduced to everybody through another car show, actually.
Okay.
I was just out driving my car around. I had it in a parking lot, and I was running some errands, and the guy was dropping a little brochure for their car show for the old club, and got to chatting with him, and so I came to the show and kind of just hit it off with those guys. We're kind of on the same wavelength when it comes to cars.
No, for sure. You guys all kind of have the affinity for that pre-1960s.
Yeah, the era of curves, as some people call it. So
I've never heard that, but that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Because whenever I go to car shows, I'm an historic car enthusiast. I definitely like that kind of greaser car, 1965 and older. Yeah. But whenever I go to car shows, half the time it's just all these newer cars. And it's
and don't get me wrong, new cars are cool too. I mean, if it's got four wheels and a motor, it can be exciting. But yeah, it's we're definitely geared towards that older style. So yeah.
No, that's great. So with the car show, let's talk about the car show itself. So it's going on next week. In the casino parking lot, the Saturday, and it starts at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
and goes till 4 p.m.
4 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. And so we have, I know myself personally, that's when we're hosting the pinup pageant. For those of you guys who've been seeing my Facebook page and I'm spamming the Miss Rockabilly Lethbridge, we're going to be having it at this car show. And hopefully that it becomes a thing every year, like an annual thing. So Laura Lee's helped sponsoring with that from Drunken Sailor. Also, Peter and the Wolves are coming, and they're playing 3 sets, and they are the best rockabilly band in Alberta. They're so amazing. They dress the part. They act the part. Oh, I'm so excited for this car show.
They're definitely the right band for the show. I mean, we've last couple shows we've had had some great bands come out, and this year it's just we're stepping it up that much more. So.
And what else is there for the cars? So there is the cars, obviously. Do you know how many cars you have?
Well, so last year we had about 80 cars registered.
Wow.
So we're hoping for at least that, if not more. We've got room for, I think, 130.
Wow. No, that's great.
We'll
and how many cars are you putting in?
For our club, we'll probably, I think there's probably about 8 cars we'll have parked at the show. So
oh, that's great.
Yeah. We'll have ours kind of tucked off to the side just so we make room for everybody else, because we want lots of people to come out.
Yeah, totally. And we want everyone to dress up. So if you got pinup clothes, don't be afraid to wear them. This is the event to wear your pinup clothes, and especially if you want to show off, you might even win some awards if you're part of the pinup pageant. Anybody can enter as long as you're dressed head to toe in the style of pinup or 1950s. Yeah, it's going to be a great time, so please come be a part of our pinup pageant. We want everybody to be there, because there's nothing better than seeing all these vintage cars around, and then everyone's dressed the part with it. So, okay, and what else is going on? Like, is there like other vendors? Like,
yeah, we've got we've got a few vendors coming out. Union Barbershop's coming out to do haircuts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They came out last year, and it was a really good turnout for them. And we're friends with those guys over there. Obviously, we like our haircuts to look a certain way, and they know how to do it. So
they're going to be giving away fade. Well, not giving away.
No, not giving away.
You can get your fade done at this car show.
Yeah. And then I think we'll have the guys from Populous coming out to show off all their sweet leather goods and T-shirts. Big fan of their stuff too. So
yeah.
I believe the Vintage Vixens are coming out to set up their booth, and I think Don's Radiators is setting up a table to sell some car parts and whatever else he's got. And there is somebody else coming out. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He's kind of a new speed shop, hot rod oriented sort of outfit. So he's going to be coming with his trailer and showing off his stuff. And we've got some food trucks this year, which is exciting.
Oh, what kind of food trucks?
Two Guys Pizza's coming out.
The best pizza
yeah,
ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh my god.
Pip Pips is bringing their little trailer out, so hot dogs and burgers and kind of that carnival style stuff. And Cool Hand Luke's. They're a new ice cream truck around town.
Oh,
yeah.
ice
and actually,
cream.
their truck is pretty cool. It could just go in the show itself. It's pretty sweet.
It's kind of vintagey.
Yeah.
It fits the theme.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And then the casino themselves are going to set up a little barbecue as well. They did that last year, and they put out a pretty good spread. So,
awesome.
if you're at the very least, if you're hungry, you can come down and get some good food. So
yeah, come see some cars and get some food and go admire all the people dressed up. It's gonna be super fun. Yeah. And then I guess if you get too hot, you can always go to the casino and take a break and try your luck on the slots.
Yeah. I know I snuck in there to take a break from the heat last year and have a beer, and the casino's really excited to have us out again. So they've been really supportive of the show. And
so is it free admission? You can just show up and go to the show?
Yeah. The only charge is for guys that want to register their cars, and that's $10.
$10 to register your car. So if you have a car you want to enter, it's $10.
Yeah, and that gets you in for so all the registrants will get a voting card, and then they'll vote amongst themselves for all the cars. So that's what all our trophies are for.
Awesome.
So there's top five trophies. So that's just based on the number of votes, and then there's top bike, There's a club choice, so that, us guys in the club will walk around and figure out which car we like the best. And then we've got a trophy for any kids that bring out their pedal cars or lowrider wagons, that sort of thing. Yeah, we had a couple kids come out last year for that, so that was pretty good.
Awesome.
Our trophies are really cool this year. I almost wish I wasn't part of the club so I could put my car in, because they're really sweet. We're really excited about.
Did you make them, or did you get them made somewhere?
We well, I don't want to give too much away. But they've got some hand painted lettering and pinstriping on them. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah. Our buddy Tom he's in the Calgary area. He's got a pinstriping and sign painting business called Shop Trucks Painting, I believe. Sorry, Tom, if I got it wrong. But he's going to be there as well doing pinstriping for anybody who wants it.
No way! Oh,
yeah, so we're going to set him up in a tent, and I know there's a couple of guys that want to try getting their cars done. So hopefully.
He might be a busy guy.
He's going to be busy, and then he is going to, if he's got time, after we hand out the trophies, he's going to personalize each trophy for the winners. He'll put their name on it. So yeah, it's going to be really cool.
So it's definitely worth putting your car in the show.
Right? Yeah, like I said, I wish I could get one of these trophies. So
yeah, no, that's awesome. So okay, so so the cars, we're doing pre-1965. Right? Pre-1965?
Well, that's our club, but anybody's welcome at the show.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So anybody's welcome.
Anybody's, yeah.
So you could have like an Audi R8.
Hey, that's a sweet car.
You can bring your Audi R8 and show it.
Yeah.
But I probably won't look at it. No, I'm joking.
If you do bring one, take me for a ride.
Take me for a ride. In your Audi.
Yeah, like I said, we don't want to, we want everybody to come out. We should have lots of room for everybody. I mean, last year there was a good mix. It was majority old cars. A lot of muscle cars and that sort of thing. So
what if somebody came with this random car, and I was like, hey, I want to show my Beetle? Would you be like, it's not cool enough? Like, what are the stipulations of showing your car?
Yeah, I guess we'd have to leave it up to a little bit of judgment, but
what's the judgment? Because I know that sometimes you go to car shows and you're like, the bodywork is horrible. Yeah. So I personally, being a car novice, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm like, why is this here? This bodywork is terrible. It's got rust and windows.
And that's the crazy thing about car culture, right? Is everybody's got something that they think is special.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, if you show up in just a minivan that's just rocking the car seats and that's it, then maybe we might have
you might say like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, because it's. I mean, and I don't think we'll get too many people trying to show off their
minivans?
Their minivans or anything like that. Unless it's like a cool low-riding minivan and you've put some work into it.
With Cheerios spilt in the back seat.
Yeah,
maybe some tomato soup flowing across the...
Hey, my car's not that clean. I finally got around to washing it the other day, but the back seat's got junk in it, and hopefully I'll get it out of there before the show. But.
I feel like everybody right now lives out of the cars. Like I've got 6 pairs of shoes, my gym gear.
Yeah.
I've got water bottles and coffee cups. Oh, I live out of my car. I totally understand that. But so, okay, is there anything if somebody wanted to show their car, what are some things that you would say you should look for showing car? Like, is it a rare model? Is it look nice? Does some
it's anything in between. If it's got something really cool that was customized, if it's hand built or it's been completely restored, that's really cool too. Or it's a survivor. It's not a lot of, and it hasn't really been touched. It's all original. That's pretty cool too. But the biggest draw we like to see would be something kind of old and custom, and something that, I like to say you built yourself, but I'm not. I didn't build my car. I've done a little bit of work to it, but I'm just not talented enough. So we're like I said, we don't want to limit too many things.
No.
We'll see how this year's turnout is, because we're limited on space.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. We'll see how it goes. So.
Okay.
But we didn't last year. We didn't really have anything that we had to kick
guys,
out.
You guys are. You can't sit with us.
Yeah. There was definitely, and guys that, or people that are bringing their cars out to car shows, kind of, they know that there's a bit of a reason for a car show. So
Yeah. I gotcha. Okay, so why do you draw to the classic cars? Like, why do you like the classic cars? Have you always been this way, or was there like your dad owned one, or you saw one in a movie when you were a kid and you're like, that's my car? Like, what was it?
I mean, my taste and preference changes with the wind all the time. But I've always had a knack for older cars. I mean, growing up, my dad was always wrenching on stuff, but it wasn't as much into like building hot rods or anything. He was more just maintaining all the old clunkers that he had rolling around. Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, I drove a rusty '87 Z28 in high school. And I mean, I thought it was the coolest car ever, and then that taste kind of wore off and wasn't all that cool. And I mean, 20 years from now, that'll be a cool car again. It's it's kind of funny, but yeah, it's you start flipping through magazines and things stand out, and you get into that kind of era. My grandpa had an old 1955 pickup that I wanted to restore, and my uncle's actually working on that. But that was I think that was the first point where I realized, I like the old stuff.
Yeah, kind of got drawn to it, right?
Yeah.
No, for sure. So, what was your first car? Like, when you first started driving, what was your first car?
Well, I learned to drive in that. Well, I learned to drive in a 1977 GMC pickup.
Okay.
Yeah, also very rusty, and it was a clunker.
It was a clunker.
And then I got into the Camaro, and then for a while there, I drove an old Toyota pickup.
Okay.
Yeah, bounced around the hills for a while in that, and then I kind of didn't really get into the actual hot rod scene until I don't know, probably 5 years ago, and then the car I'm driving now is the longest I've had for anything old and cool. So
what is the term hot rod? Where did that come from?
Oh man,
I don't even know what it actually means.
I'm sure the purists will probably kill me because it's kind of it's just taking something and maybe souping it up, making it your own, putting a custom touch on it. And just going out and driving it.
But what is it, like, hot and rod? Like, is is it like an acronym, or is it like 2 words shortened? Like,
you know what? I think it was just a something's hot, it's fast, it's cool.
So cool.
Yeah, like bent 8 is an old term from like the 50s. Like that's a bent, like that car's like that's a bent 8. Like that's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I need to brush up on my slang.
Well, that's like I don't know, like that's like kids calling the cars now whips.
Right?
I don't know where that came from. So
I know. So I walked into a store and this girl, she was like teenager, she goes, "Your hair's so lit." I'm like, "Is it on fire?"
Yeah.
What?
So I'm getting to that point in my life where I don't know what kids are talking about. So
yeah, I actually had to unfriend somebody on Facebook because they kept saying all these things like SMH, and I'm like, I have to actually Google what that means. So I'm just gonna delete you off my Facebook because I'm too old to be friends with you. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's awesome. And do you have a favorite car right now? Like right at this moment, do you have
one particular car?
Well,
no.
if you have to pick one.
I couldn't.
There's too many out there.
Yeah, I like I said, my taste kind of changes with the wind. That's the horrible thing about having something like Instagram is you can sit there and flip through, and one day you like one thing, and then you see a picture of something else. You go, ooh, actually, I really like that. But
was it like a holy grail, the one you're always pursuing? You're like, if I ever won the lottery, that is the car, or it sits in the back of your mind, sits on your dream board, and you look at it every day?
Yeah, I mean, I'm, like a cool 32 Roadster, or like, a guy in our club's got a got a A-body sedan, which is it's a beautiful car. So if I could find something like that, I'd be pretty excited. My issue being so tall, I'm kind of limited on on what I can drive.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I never had that.
Because things from the 20s and 30s they did not consider people's height when they built those.
Really?
So yeah, it's
oh my gosh.
I have to. That's one reason I got the car I drive now, because I fit in it.
Because I fit in it.
Yeah, but it had a whole bunch of other things that I liked. It wasn't just because I fit in it.
Wow. So were people like shorter back then? Like that at that point they were so short that people now can't fit into their cars?
I don't know what it is. It's yeah. Well, and the other thing too is part of older cars like that. It's you chop the roof line, you make them shorter. You give them this cool drop down look. Yeah, it's
interesting.
Yeah.
Stuff that I actually know nothing about. All I know is that I like them. They look pretty, and I would like to drive one, and that's about it.
Well, that's the fun thing. You see those old cars, and you go, well, I like that. I don't know what it is I like about it yet, and you take the time and you start looking, you start researching, and you go, oh yeah, that's neat.
So, can you explain to me the difference between a paint job and getting wrapped, like a wrap job? Because can one be submitted over the other? Can they both be submitted? Because I've had friends who've gotten cars wrapped. And then I've had cars who've gotten them painted.
Well, so a wrap is it's pretty much what you think.
Yeah,
it's a vinyl wrap. It's something that you can take off after. Like you could peel off a wrap. Whereas a paint job, it's there's a lot more involved. You gotta strip the car down if you're doing a full paint job. And yeah, there's just a lot more time and effort involved in painting versus wrapping. So yeah.
Can they both be shown though in a car show? And be considered, highbrow.
I guess it depends on what the wrap looks like.
Yeah. If it was bright pink, no. If it was bright pink and sparkly, would it still be considered for a car show?
Yeah, I paint jobs definitely stand out much more than a wrap would.
Yeah.
Just because when you look at paint jobs, it's
you can
far
tell.
more. Yeah, there's because there's so much more involved with painting a car, and I mean when you're getting into the really custom jobs, you're getting somebody who's really good at what they do, and you're getting a kind of a one-off if you're getting a custom job done. So
no, for sure. So
some paint jobs are really expensive.
Well, some of them they do a lot of artistic work with airbrushing and stuff. So is that judged separately from a regular paint job? That would be judged more artistic. Yeah. So it's not. Yeah. They're not in the different not in the same category at all.
Yeah, having not been a judge of paint itself. It's a very well done airbrushed paint job would definitely turn some heads. So
yeah, totally. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, we're with
Eric
from the Bente Boogie, talking about the Bente Boogie car show happening next Saturday at the casino parking lot from 10 till 4. So everybody should come out. If you have a car you would like to register, it's $10 to register. Where can they register their car?
We did have some pre-registration. That's closed now. But just the day of, just show up, and we'll get everybody lined up in the right spot. And as you come through, we'll hand you the paperwork and take your $10, and you'll be registered.
Awesome. Nope, that's great. So yeah, definitely come on and hang out with us. I'm going to be hosting the pinup pageant, which is another part of the car show, where you come fully dressed in your pinup gear, head to toe, hair and makeup, nails and feet. We want to see your outfits. We want you to go up on stage, tell us a little bit about your pinup self, create your pinup name and persona, and you could win a prize, including the title of being Miss Rockabilly Lethbridge, which you will get your sash and your crown, which you can feel free, and we encourage you to wear it to all the other car shows and rockabilly events, or just, at home hanging out, because it's going to be great. You now have a title. So, awesome. So, yeah, my first car, actually, like, I don't know where I became a car person. And I'm not a typical car person. I'm kind of more like an enthusiast. But I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I just know that I like certain things. But my first car was a 91 Buick Regal.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it was the most beautiful car. It was this big, long boat.
Yeah.
And it was ugly maroon.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember I, like, got into it. I'm like, thank God. This is the most beautiful car ever. And, like, I loved how the hood was extended out because I was born in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, really fancy cars had extended hoods, and they're big and boaty.
Big trunk. Yeah. You pack all your friends in it.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I was like, I won the lottery, and I bought this back in, like, 2010.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's not like it was new or anything. So, yeah, I loved it, and it was terrible. Like, it was a great car. And someone put this massive sound system in the back, so I had these speakers, like, laying on my trunk. And they were just like, boom, boom. And I thought it was the coolest thing.
You'd hear all the bolts rattling.
Yeah. And then if you turn it up loud enough, you couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
So whenever, like, something started to kind of, you know, get a little questionable, like, just turn the music up louder. And then I was really bad because I was kind of this, like, rebel chick. I was like, yeah, whatever. So because I could get the seat so low because it was like a couch, I actually could put my foot up, like, on the windshield.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just drive like that with my foot out the window. And I was like, whatever, I'm 18, I do whatever I want. And then it started to kind of get beat up over time, but I loved it the more it got beat up. So I put all these, like, derby stickers on the back.
Oh, yeah.
And then I put this big vinyl named Death Proof, and I put it right across the hood.
Oh, yeah.
And people knew it, and they were like, oh, yeah, that ugly car with that Death Proof car? Yeah, that's, like, ugly, and some weird chick owns it. And I'm like, yep, that is my car. And now, still to this day, if I see a weird boat driving around, probably Grandpa driving it, and it's, like, rattling, I'm just like, oh, my dream car. Oh,
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm sure there's some sort of niche culture rolling around that are into those cars. I mean,
oh, they're so gorgeous.
yeah. Well, that's the fun thing about cars is you know you don't have to have something super cool, super nice, something that everybody likes. If you just enjoy driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every time you drive it, you notice something different, or you notice just the way a line looks, and you go, "Hey, I never, you know, this little perspective, it makes me like this car so much more."
Yeah. No, totally. Every time, you know, like the window or the window rear mirror falls down because, like, on loose hinge, you're like, I love it even more.
Yeah.
It's got so much character. Yeah.
Until it gets annoying.
Yeah, until it gets annoying, then you just duct tape it. Because
Yeah.
that was also really notorious for duct taping things that didn't work.
Well, and that's the fun thing too about having a clunker is, you know, you get into it and you figure out how to fix things. I mean, I learned a ton driving that old little Toyota pickup that I had. You know, it's just because every other week it was breaking. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, it's you don't have to be the best at building a car. You don't have to know everything. I mean, it's if you're out there having fun, and that's really what it's all about. So
Kim McQuaid says, I love Camaros.
Yeah.
Kim, you should come to the car show.
Hey, I have a soft spot for Camaros. Yeah, I mean.
And you're like what, 70s Camaros? Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I early 70s Camaros are pretty sweet.
Do you like the new ones?
I don't think I would go out and use my money for something like that, because
I think Transformers are in that.
Yeah. But again, if somebody threw me the keys and said, "Here, drive this," I'd be like,
yeah, you're not gonna turn it down, right?
Yeah.
Of course not.
But yeah, I would focus my time and attention on something a little older, a little cooler.
Yeah. I was walking my dog once. I was young. This is like probably about 6 years ago or so. I was walking my dog and I saw this like big, long, lengthy boat thing, and I was like, oh my god, what is this beautiful contraption? And I think it was a Cadillac, but I'm not even sure. It was just like long, white, and it had like craps crammed into the back seat, and it's like made my heart go, huh. So I took a picture of it, and I sent it to my mom. I was like, Mom, what kind of car is this? I absolutely love this car. I need this car. Like, I know it's beat up and disgusting, but I need it. She goes, oh, that's like the same car your grandpa had when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And she goes, we still have it. It needs to be restored, but we still have the body. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah. It's beautiful. I guess it was a 79 Thunderbird. I could have been I don't know, some bird name?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad gives me the gears all the time about my car because it's, when he was a teenager, it wasn't a cool car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's when he was getting into cars. When he was young, that's when all the muscle cars started coming out. So.
Oh, I got you.
So,
and
yeah.
what is a muscle car? Like, why do they call them muscle cars?
Well, it's kind of that. So around 1965, that's when like the Mustang came out. It was because before that it was family cars, right? Like I've got a '53 Bel Air. You pack the family in that and go out for a picnic and drive to the suburbs. But all the guys hot rodding back then, they were souping those up, and then they started racing them, and then all the car manufacturers started to see that that's what the guys wanted, so they started building those, and that's kind of where muscle cars came from.
Really? So it's kind of
they build these cars that were kind of made to race.
Yeah, they weren't so like family oriented.
Yeah,
they were more like, this is a fun car that you get to have when you're retired.
Yeah.
The kids are all grown up.
Yeah, it was a generation of a sports car. For lack of a better term. So
now we have sports cars, but we don't have muscle cars anymore.
No, that's like the new Camaro. It's just the next generation of the muscle car.
But that's like a sports car. Is
there
a difference?
It's a muscle car.
What's the difference between a sports car and a muscle car?
Muscle cars are kind of geared to more like just big power, doing burnouts.
Doing burnouts. That is the deciding factor.
You can race them.
Okay, so one car is for racing. That's the muscle car. And then the sports car is for like lounging.
No,
I'm just trying to define these categories.
We could go down a wormhole. we would need a lot more than an hour to figure all that out. But yeah, that's the general term of a muscle car is when you get into those Camaros and Firebirds and Challengers and that sort of thing. So
Kim asks, what was the first muscle car?
The first muscle car? See, this is where the purists will kill me. It was a bit of a competition between like all the North American manufacturers like Chevy and Ford, and Ford came out with the Mustang in '65, and so Chevy came out with the Camaro to compete with that, and
so would you say it'd be torn between the Mustang and the Camaro?
Well, no, because then you've got the Chargers and the Challengers and the Cudas, and it just.
Yeah.
But. Yeah.
And you have, what was the car from Back to the Future?
The DeLorean?
Yeah, the DeLorean.
that car is in a bit of a league of its own.
You don't think it should be scouted as a muscle car? Because it could do everything.
Not very well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it could travel through time. That's about it.
Kim says she thinks it's the Challenger from Dodge. She thinks that's the first muscle car. Maybe?
I'm trying to remember the first year that the Challenger came out. See, like I'm not geared towards all the muscle cars. I go the other direction.
Yeah, you go the other direction.
I think the Challenger started coming out right around 67, 68.
67, 68. So
somewhere around there. So
the Mustang might have been the first.
The Mustang made it popular.
The Mustang was the popularized one. Okay. Yeah. So maybe they wanted to just like mess around,
Well, it's all the car manufacturers started competing with themselves. Like they wanted to make them bigger, faster, and better than the other guy. So and because then they were putting them into actual road races and oval racing and that sort of thing. So
did you see that commercial where the Mini Cooper like took out all the other cars in a race?
Nope.
Okay, well, that's like all over right now, and I'm like, is that actually true? Could a Mini Cooper actually do that in the 60s?
No.
No.
If it was on a really tight road course and the other cars just couldn't make the corners, maybe, I don't know. But
I don't know. They were all like, they made this fake commercial or like a fake race, and then it's in the 60s, and like everybody from like I think German or wherever, they're like cheering on like this road race, and this Mini Cooper is like winning, and they're like making it look so real. I'm like, there's no way.
Hey, it depends on the class it was in. It could have been the best car at the time, but
maybe.
Yeah.
I still think the Beetle was the best car. I'm a Beetle fan.
Beetles are pretty sweet. I've definitely daydreamed about getting a Beetle.
Like an old Beetle?
An old Beetle, yeah. That's slammed down onto the ground, looks a little ratty, yeah.
Who doesn't love like a vamped up Beetle, right? Like, oh, that's like my dream. If I could just like get a nice pink Beetle from like the 60s or the 70s and just make it pink and gorgeous and redo the inside in like white leather.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
yeah.
It'd be so cute.
Again, me being 6'4", it's kind of tough to squeeze into one of those.
You would have to like chop it in half and stretch it out.
Actually, they're roomier than you think, but
they are. Yeah.
I've sat in things that don't have as much room as a Beetle does, but yeah, and there's lots of guys that chop the roofs on them and slam them down, and again, like they're pretty cool little cars to customize. So
yeah, and like the VW wagons too, like those like
the buses?
The buses.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're so cool. I saw one for sale the other day. It was a completely redone one, all yellow. I think it was going for $8,000, and I was like, oh, that would be so cute.
Yeah, some of those go for a lot more. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're somewhat for such a popular car, because there's millions of Beetles out there. Again, the Beetle purists are probably yelling at me saying there is exactly this many.
Yeah, there's only this is how endangered.
Yeah, this is how many that were. Yeah, this is how many were made. And, but yeah, the buses seem to be like a customized VW bus, depending on the year, and that's where you get into the nitty gritty details of the way a window changes from one year to the next, and it makes a totally whole different argument on which one was cooler, right? So.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that. So, okay, photographers, I know people are going to be asking me this. Photographers for the show, do you guys have a specific photographer coming in, or can people come and take photos?
No, it's go ahead and come down and take pictures. Yeah,
come take your photo. Come bring your cameras. Take lots of photos. I know we have for the pinup pageant, one person has volunteered to take photos of the pinup pageant. That doesn't mean nobody else can. Please come and take your photos. And yeah, those girls dressed up in your pinup clothes, be prepared to be asked to take your photos either with cars or posing and doing like all that fun stuff, because that's probably what's going to happen, because in the atmosphere of the car show, things are just going to get a little crazy, and people are going to want to take your picture. And your car's picture. So if you have a car, be prepared for your car to be taking pictures of.
Yeah, that's you see a lot of guys just wandering around taking pictures of cars as they're sitting there.
Yeah,
that's kind of half the reason. You get it out there, people want to.
They want to admire it.
You want to show it off. People want to look. So
yeah. No, absolutely. Okay, so I have a little bit of a game. Well, it's not even a game. It's like word association, or just kind of what we think. So I'm just gonna like give you some names and what kind of car you think they'd be. Or they would drive.
Okay.
Okay.
Like a name of a person?
Yeah, a celebrity.
Oh, okay.
But you're the first. So if you were a car, what car would you be?
If I was a car?
If you were a car.
Man,
that's a tough one.
Yeah, I've never really probably like mid-70s long box Chevy truck.
Okay, and why would that be?
Kind of an awkward shape, not
like
not particularly good looking. It's
kind of like a little rough around the edges, but
yeah.
it still works okay.
Yeah, if you clean it up a little bit, some people appeal to it, but
yeah, it's like it has a niche market. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Okay. So, if Elvis was a car?
Oh, it would be a Cadillac.
For sure? Mm-hmm. Why Cadillac?
Because he had a lot of them.
Because he had a lot of Cadillacs.
Yeah.
Any specific reason, like, why you think he was drawn to the Cadillac?
I feel like there's somebody out there that could answer this question better than me. Yeah, I think he was just known for liking his Cadillacs.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it was more of a name thing versus, like, the actual car itself? He liked the name of having
Cadillacs have always been, kind
prestige.
of a... Yeah, car of luxury, car of style.
Okay. All right. So if Marilyn Manson was a car.
Oh. I'd say like.
I would say a hearse.
I was just trying to think of a generation though. Like what kind of hearse would it be?
Okay.
For some reason, I like an '80s style hearse, like a Caprice.
Like a Caprice.
Yeah.
Caprice.
Something along those lines.
Something morbid, but not too morbid because it's from the '80s.
Yeah. Well, it's just again the '80s have such a weird, just because he's got this weird touch of glam and with all his goth, right? So '80s is the era of glam. So.
Yeah.
So a hearse from the '80s.
All right. What about Lady Gaga? She would drive the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I could see her driving a DeLorean. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, but okay. So what would be your real answer? I interjected there.
I'm trying to think of the odd Lady Gaga music video I've seen, because she's so eclectic.
Yeah, she's so interesting.
She could be anything, but I would say right now probably like a big boat car from the '70s. Like,
oh yeah,
like a Lincoln or a Cadillac or something.
It's like a big boat. I want a boat car so bad. All right, Johnny Cash.
Probably like a '50s Cadillac.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy.
Yeah, black, obviously. Because he owned a lot of Rolls Royce, didn't he? He was a Rolls Royce.
It's a good
guy?
Question.
I'm pretty sure he was. That's one thing I do know. I watched a show.
You watched a show.
And yeah, he had a collection of Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
And stuff, which I don't know anything about Rolls Royce. I just know the name and that he had them and they were black.
Yeah, Rolls Royce is just like that next step up in luxury and uniqueness, and
And they don't advertise. You don't see any advertising of Rolls Royce anywhere.
Not in our town.
I don't think anywhere.
I don't think I've seen a Rolls Royce.
I used to live in Vancouver, and we had like Bugattis living there and driving here and there, and I'm like, where's the Rolls Royce?
Yeah, I think you got to be a part of a different club to get the advertising for Rolls Royce.
John Hargrave says these are tough questions. I'm like,
oh yeah. He was the one that didn't want to come and do this.
This could have been you. You put him up to the slaughter over here.
All right.
Awesome, Cyndi Lauper.
Well, I probably it's on the tip of my tongue. Shoot. It's a little car from the '80s, a little rinky-dink sports car.
Like a Gremlin?
No. Shoot. It's I know what it's called, but it's just escaping me. But it's a little rear-mounted engine.
Was it German?
No.
Was it a Beetle?
No. Crap. John, if you're
help us out, John.
Read my mind. What car am I thinking of?
Cyndi Lauper. If she was a car, what would she be? Or a drive?
Fiero. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, there we go. She would drive a Fiero or be a Fiero. Yeah. No, I love it.
I'm glad that he picked up on that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, okay. So what about Han Solo? If he was on Earth, what car would he be?
Would he be or would he drive?
Similar. Same question, sort of. I feel like the car is an extension of your personality.
Yeah. I'd say like a early '70s Ford F100 or F-150, like pickup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I could do that. I accept that as an answer.
And maybe, and I guess maybe I'm not separating like Harrison Ford and Han Solo, but I feel like they're just
they are
the same person. But that's just what
Okay, well then let's flip that. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Well, then we're talking like a 1930s sedan of some sort.
1930s had sedans? But sedans are like mom cars that we have now.
Oh yeah, well it's 4 doors, big back seat. Yeah. No, the sedan has been part of cars since cars started.
Oh.
Yeah.
Freddy Cougar.
A threshing machine.
Not
That's
even
not really
a car.
a car.
Not even a car. We're gonna go a little out of the box here.
I
was doing like a monster joke.
Well, I was gonna say like a 40s Mercury because they had like the grills, the big metal grills with lots of lines. Like looks like his
I actually
looks like his
like
claws.
that idea. Yeah, it's kind of like just harsh looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, and what about Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Monroe. I feel like this would be a cliche response, but probably like a 50s pink Cadillac.
My car! Yay! No, you're so right. And that's also kind of like
or maybe a white one. Maybe a white one.
I would say she should get the white because I'm going to have the pink. Or anybody who worked for Mary Kay back in the day, they got the pink.
Yeah.
Right?
And I mean, I'm not super knowledgeable in the world of Marilyn Monroe other than who she was and who she hung around. But yeah.
She hung out with Elvis and
JFK.
yeah, right? No, that's awesome. Okay, so what about... There's so many. What about... I don't want to, like... I know some of them are already associated with, like, cars, and I want to, like, make sure I stay out of that box. I'm like...
Yeah.
What about McFly? Well, no, never mind. We already got that going.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I would know Marty McFly. I would associate with the 85 Toyota pickup.
Oh, because he had one.
Yeah,
he had one before he got Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was his because in the movie he saw the truck. He says, "That's the truck I want." And I had the same truck. That was my first truck.
There was a moment. You're like, we're connected.
Yeah, mine didn't look that nice, but
mine didn't look that nice, but Beyonce.
Ooh.
Don't be afraid to go a little crazy.
Well, I'm thinking of the Pussy Wagon truck from Kill Bill.
Oh my god!
Just because they drive that in the music video with Gaga.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome.
I don't know if that's the right answer, but that's just what popped into my head.
Yeah, it's like the association of Beyonce.
Yeah.
The Pussy Wagon truck.
Yeah.
No, I love that. That's awesome.
Is it bad that I know that music video? Telephone.
That's a good music video. She has pop cans in her hair.
Yeah.
I love it. What about Katy Perry?
Again, just like dumping into music videos, like a Jeep TJ with the top off.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
You just your stereotypical Jeep.
A Jeep?
A Jeep.
Katy Perry does not drive a Jeep.
In one of her music videos, she does.
In the California Dreams video, yes.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, that's just what is associated in my mind.
It's Katy Perry. She's going to be driving, like, some crazy, crazy thing. Like, maybe, like, a Bugatti, but, like, a pink and blue one.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't even know what Bugattis look like, to be honest. Kimberly says, Beetle for sure. She could. I would see, like, Katy Perry driving, like, a pink Beetle with the top off. And, like, having, like, pink and blue, and then like glitter. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I see. It's like lots of glitter.
Yeah, or it'd be like some sort of like be bedazzled to some degree, or something just hideous.
Hideous? What are you talking about? That's my style.
Well, that style's fine, but maybe not on a car.
Oh, I'm so sad. So bent. Triggered. I'm triggered right now. That's all the cool kids say. I'm triggered.
Triggered.
Right. So who else do we got on here?
I'm not a cool kid. I don't know where they come up with
those names.
I
don't even know.
I'm triggered. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't speak that language.
I'm becoming such an old person.
No problem. All right. Thinking about fictional characters here. Winnie the Pooh.
like nothing too specific other than like a 30s or 40s style like panel van or like bread wagon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Why?
kind of. Well, it's just got that round shape, and you'd have like a two-tone color. Like the body would be like yellow, and the fenders would be red like his shirt. That's what I see if he was a car.
Okay, no, that's cool. What about Elsa from Frozen?
Some weird, goofy snowmobile contraption.
A snowmobile.
Like he's like those like
You don't think
old style. I don't know what they're called, but they've got like half cat tracks and skis instead of wheels, but it's still a car.
I would think yours like powder blue Cadillac with big long fins and like light glitter and like fur inside. No?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sure. Whatever.
I've seen Frozen once, and I think it was because everybody was singing the song and talking about it. So like, well, I guess we need to figure out what this is all about.
And it was a horrible movie. No, I'm joking.
I'm not a kid anymore, so
I'm not a kid anymore. I don't know this. No, all right. What about Spider-Man?
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Probably a car that's painted like Spider-Man.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's so generic.
I know.
When he drives, because he rides like a bike in like all his movies because he's too poor to have a car. But say like the Avengers like gave him like $1 million to buy a car. Like what kind of car would he buy?
Well, so back to the question: are we talking what would he be or what would he drive?
Well, okay, so let's.
So what would he be? I think just like some.
I guess some people do paint Spider-Man on the car. I've seen the Hulk car or the Hulk truck.
Yep.
But if he had a car,
if he
what
had
would
a
it
car,
be? He had all the money in the world because Tony Stark was like, "Hey, you did a good job killing this person. Here's all this money. Buy a car. Stop riding your stupid bike."
Probably like a Mini Cooper or something.
I can see that actually.
Because he's kind of
nerdy.
Yeah.
And he's like so.
And I don't know why I'd associate like being nerdy with a Mini Cooper, but.
All right, so if Iron Man was a car, because he's pretty indestructible.
Probably like, oh jeez, John, help me out here.
Help us out. If Iron Man was a car,
no, like the Bugatti. What's the fastest Bugatti called?
What's the fastest Bugatti called? Help us.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Karen says a Maserati Gran Turismo.
Turismo.
Is that for Iron Man? Maybe?
Could be.
It could be.
Yeah, I can see that.
Let's go through all the Avengers.
Just because the Bugatti's got all these. I mean, and lots of supercars have the, all sorts of mechanical things that come out as they get faster. Like the wings will change and they'll change ride height.
Bugattis do that? It's like AI in a car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Ron.
Hey. Oh! You screwed me up even more.
Sorry.
Veyron, yeah, it is. Yeah. Autocorrect.
What's a Veyron?
It's like it's just this. It's the fastest car Bugatti's made, and I don't know if they've been beat yet. When it first came out, it was the fastest production car you could buy.
Interesting. So like,
I don't know.
Would it fly?
Not
It must be able to fly a little bit.
Well, if it didn't have all the magic gizmos that extend the wing out and lower the car, it would, at the speed it travels, it would probably start to lift off the ground.
There you go. So it's
science.
That's Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah.
Nanoscience, actually. That's what he calls it. I haven't seen it 5 times. So.
Oh.
All right, so we know. What about the Hulk? He would probably be, I would say, I'm going to take this over.
A Dodge Power Wagon.
No way. No,
like an old one.
No.
If we're thinking old cars, a big jacked up Dodge Power Wagon.
Well, I was going to say a Hummer, but okay.
Oh, yeah, that would work too. I'm bad at this game. I just go to my first, and my gut reaction isn't that good. So.
Your gut reaction is that good. I don't know. I just think like of a Hummer, because like aren't those like army?
Yep.
Like army worthy or something?
Well, they were built for the army, and the only reason you could buy them now is because Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted one.
And now
he made them. Yeah,
he ruined it for the army.
Oh no! I think he made them popular. because the Army still uses them.
Do they?
Yeah, Hummer just manufactured like a civilian version. So they made one special for Arnie, and then they just carried it on.
They call that the diffusion line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call it the diffusion line. You know, they make the crappier version for people, consumers.
Well, the H ones are still pretty sweet. Because all they did was they put more comfortable seats in them.
Oh.
And a radio. That's about it.
And a radio.
Yeah.
Yay, 21st century. Yeah. All right, are you familiar with the comic book characters of the Avengers?
Not really.
Okay, so
but I can try.
Captain America.
Yeah. What kind of car would he be, or what would he drive?
What would he be? Let's go with what he would be. Because he's pretty G-rated. I think. It's like a family vehicle.
Yeah, I don't want to go as far. I'd say like a Suburban or something. Something like
a minivan.
Yeah, I didn't want to say minivan. So Suburban's still like a family mobile, but it's got a big motor in it, and it's it can tow things. It can do work. Whereas a minivan is purely just for space. So.
Yeah. What about Wolverine? If he was a car, because we already know he drove like a lot of pickup trucks because he's from Canada and he's from Alberta.
Yeah.
But if he was a car, what would he be? A Ford something.
A Ford something.
Kim. Something Ford. I think maybe, or Chevy. I don't know.
Well, I guess it depends. Like I would think like if the actual comic book Wolverine, like the guy in the yellow and blue suit, I would see as like a Ford GT.
Oh.
Like the supercar.
A supercar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does it have like little like claws that come out of it?
It's just got this kind of really aggressive shape, kind of.
Okay.
It's kind of futuristic looking. It's like it's Ford's version of a Ferrari or Lamborghini. Like it competes against those kind of cars. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that sounds good. I think we only have one more. And that is Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Have you seen the movie?
Nope.
Okay.
See, I don't watch a lot of the superhero movies.
Oh my god. Okay, you can't do that kind of thing.
I think I fell asleep in Captain America.
Well, that was a lame one. Captain America's pretty lame, not gonna lie.
Which is weird because it kind of took place in the 40s and 50s. Like
but it was super
era.
lame. I don't think anyone actually liked
that one spoke to me in terms of like the style of things. But yeah, I think I was really hungover too. So.
What about Thor? Do you know Thor?
Yeah, I haven't watched the movies.
Oh my god! Someone help us out. We need another fictional character. What car would they drive, and who would they be as a car? Someone help us out, because he has seen no movies. He's a very bad moviegoer, and I'm like an extremely good moviegoer.
Well, I watch lots of movies, just not the superhero ones.
Do you watch Cars?
Yeah. Well, no, we've got he's almost 1 year old, little boy, and I can't wait till he starts watching it. Like, he wants to watch all the Cars movies. I'm excited for that.
Because Cars, it's like Cars, and yeah. All right, looks like no one's helping us out, so we'll have to cut our show short. All right, so again, car show. The Bent 8 Boogie's putting on a car show next Saturday at the casino parking lot. Entrance is free. If you want to register your car, it's $10. There's going to be a pinup pageant, so please come dressed up in all your cool pinup clothes, head to toe, hair and makeup, you name it. There's going to be food. There's going to be music. There's going to be shaves and fades.
Yeah, shaves and fades.
Shaves and fades.
Whatever you need. Whatever you need to clean up your look.
There's going to be pinstriping. There's going to be car parts there. There's going to be alcohol inside the casino.
Yeah. You got to go inside if you need something to drink.
Oh, Superman. Okay. If Superman was a car, what would he be? He's indestructible. He has kryptonite, though. He has a kryptonite.
What is indestructible? I would say some level of a Toyota, because they're pretty indestructible.
He's super generic. He's a Toyota. I love it. Okay, so Superman is Toyota. We don't know what brand or what breed of Toyota. We just know he is the Toyota.
Yeah, they all last forever. So
there you go. He lasts forever. We don't know Toyota's kryptonite yet, but we will find out. Okay, and is there anything else we need to know about the car show?
Oh, probably, and I feel like I forgot anything that I was maybe supposed to mention. I mean, got a list of sponsors that I should be thanking.
List of sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you for all the sponsors. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of people that really helped, you know.
Read the poster. I'll post it
Yeah,
down below.
yeah, look at the posters. It's got all the sponsors on there because we've got a range of sponsors. People have sponsored the trophies and.
Katt Panic sponsored the pinup pageant with Drunken Sailor.
Yeah, we're looking forward to you guys coming out. We're glad that you arranged it because there'd be no way we would know how to do that.
Totally. And I think Dino, he's going to be one of our judges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to have, I'm a judge, Laurelie's judge. We're the Decade Specialist judges. Then we have Dino, and I'm working on a few others. So it's going to be super fun. And then there's ice cream.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the ice cream because if it's anything like last year, it was hot. So
yeah, I hope it stays hot.
Yeah, the weather. You know, everybody cross their fingers for nice weather because in the event of if we get a rain day, we are going to reschedule for the following Saturday.
Okay.
June 9th.
So we will reschedule.
Hopefully that works for you guys, but
we will make it work.
Yeah.
We will make it work.
Yeah, Peter and the Wolves is. I think they'll be able to reschedule in the event of rain. They're going on a little tour, and we're one of their stops. So I think we fit on both weekends. But
oh, good.
But let's just hope it happens on the second.
I'm sure it will.
The forecast is looking pretty good. So
yeah, it's gonna be nice and hot. So yes, please come to the car show, guys. Come dressed up. Bring your car if you have a car you would like to show. I'll post all the information down below for Miss Rockabilly Lethbridge and the Ben Tate Boogie Car Show. All the times, if you want to register your pinup name or pre-register, please contact Drunken Sailor. Register your pinup name and fill out the ballot form that I've posted on the event page, which I also will post down below. We want to get as many contenders as we can. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. So awesome. Thanks for watching and listening, guys. I'm Katt Panic, your host of the Wake Up and Makeup Show every Sunday at 10 a.m. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us. Bye, guys.
Bye.